Have you ever looked at a woman and wondered, what is it about her that makes men lose their minds? Not because she's the most beautiful, not because she's trying the hardest, but because there's just something about her that he can't seem to walk away from. If you've ever wanted to be that woman, you're in the right place. Because today we're diving into the real reason why a man becomes addicted to a woman. And no, it's not playing hard to get. It's not constantly texting him or giving him attention. In fact, it's the opposite. There are certain subtle behaviors deeply rooted in psychology that flip a switch in a man's brain, and once it's flipped, he starts thinking about you when he wakes up, checks his phone hoping it's you, and feels a pull he can't explain. These aren't games, they're magnetic behaviors that trigger a deep emotional response, making you unforgettable in a way he didn't even expect. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 5 beautiful behaviors that do exactly that, and I promise you once you understand these, he won't just like you, he'll feel like he can't let go of you. So grab a drink, silence your notifications, because if you've ever wanted to understand how to become his obsession without ever chasing him, you're about to learn the exact formula. Let's get started. When we talk about the kind of confidence that makes a man feel magnetically pulled to you, we're not talking about loudness, arrogance, or trying to dominate a room. True magnetic confidence is quiet, grounded, almost mysterious. It's not about showing off, it's about showing up, fully, authentically, and unapologetically. This kind of woman doesn't need attention, and that's exactly why she gets it. You see, men are naturally drawn to women who carry themselves like they know who they are. Women who walk into a room without needing to prove anything, because they already believe they belong there. It's not the hair, it's not the heels, it's the energy. And confidence is energy. It's the way you sit with your shoulders back, the way you speak without rushing, the way you can hold eye contact without second-guessing your worth in his presence. And here's what most women get wrong. They think confidence is about being perfect, but men don't fall in love with perfection. They fall in love with realness. Confidence is being able to say, this is me. I know my flaws. I know my strengths. I'm not here to chase. I'm here to choose. That shift changes everything. When you exude that kind of calm inner security, it subconsciously tells him, she doesn't need me to feel complete. And that's why I want her even more. Because let's be honest, neediness repels, but confidence is addictive. There's a reason why women who don't beg for attention tend to get the most of it. A confident woman doesn't wait by the phone. She's not wondering why he hasn't texted back. She's not obsessing over what she said. She's busy living. She's working on her goals. She's grounded in her values. And when she gives someone her time, it's not because she's trying to win them over. It's because she's already won herself over. That's magnetic. And he feels it. He doesn't just see you as attractive. He sees you as valuable. You're not accessible to just anyone. You don't give your energy freely. And that scarcity, combined with your self-assured presence, creates a powerful emotional reaction. He starts to chase, even without realizing it. What's wild is that the more you embody this type of confidence, the less you have to do. Your energy does the work for you. Your silence becomes powerful. Your presence becomes intoxicating. Your absence becomes noticed. So if you've ever found yourself over-explaining, over-giving, or overthinking in relationships, this is your sign to stop, stand still, breathe, reconnect with your own worth, and let that be the loudest thing in the room. Because the truth is, when you know who you are, he'll want to know you too. There's something undeniably powerful about a woman who doesn't reveal everything all at once. In a world where oversharing has become the norm, mystery is magnetic. It invites curiosity. It keeps him thinking. It creates space for imagination. And when a man starts imagining you, he starts feeling something deeper. Mystery doesn't mean playing games. It's not about being cold, distant, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about holding something back intentionally, not out of fear, but out of value. It's about letting him earn access to the deeper parts of you, layer by layer, because the truth is, what's easily given is easily forgotten. But what unfolds slowly, with depth and presence, becomes unforgettable. When a woman leaves room for a man to wonder, she activates a very primal part of his brain, the one that needs to pursue, to solve, to discover. And the moment he thinks he's figured you out, but then you surprise him, even in a small way, his interest spikes again. This is why women who are mysterious never feel the need to over-explain themselves. They don't spill their whole life story on the first few dates. They allow the silence to sit. They answer questions honestly, but never fully. They smile like they know something he doesn't. And that energy is addictive, because mystery signals one important thing. This woman has a life beyond me, and that thought both challenges and excites him. A lot of women think connection means laying it all out on the table, immediately, sharing everything, so the bond feels stronger, faster. But sometimes that emotional fast-tracking actually kills the spark. It removes the unknown, and without a little bit of unknown, there's no tension, no curiosity, no depth left to explore. Mystery also works in subtle moments. Maybe you take longer to reply, not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're truly living your life. Maybe you mention a project you're passionate about, but don't say everything, and he starts wondering what else you're working on. Maybe you laugh at his joke in a way that makes him question what you're thinking, and he wants to know more. That's the power of mystery. It makes him lean in closer. It keeps the connection alive, even when you're not around. It makes him replay conversations in his head, trying to piece together who you are, because every time he thinks he's figured you out, there's more to discover. And that's the trick. Never let someone feel like they've fully unlocked you too soon. You're not a riddle to be solved. You're a story that unfolds over time. So let him turn the pages slowly. Let him work a little to earn the next chapter. Because the moment he feels there's more to learn about you, he won't stop coming back. One of the most beautiful and rare combinations in a woman is emotional openness with strong, unshakable boundaries. This balance is magnetic because it shows a man that you feel deeply but you're not fragile. You're willing to connect, but not at the cost of your self-respect. That contrast is powerful. It makes him feel emotionally safe, but also challenged. And men are drawn to that kind of energy in a way they often can't explain. Emotional availability means you're present. You listen, you express your thoughts and feelings without shame. You let him see that you're human, that you care, that you're capable of intimacy, that you're willing to be vulnerable when it matters. It's the ability to say, "This is what I feel," instead of shutting down or playing cold. And when you do that from a place of confidence, not desperation, it creates a powerful emotional charge between you. But here's the thing. Emotional openness without boundaries is just self-sacrifice. And that's not attractive, that's exhausting. When you pair your emotional availability with strong boundaries, you're saying, "Yes, I'm here with you. I want this connection, but I will not lose myself for it." That kind of energy instantly earns a man's respect. It lets him know that while your heart is open, your standards are not negotiable. And the truth is, a man cannot be addicted to a woman he doesn't respect. Desire might get him in the door, but respect is what makes him stay. So what does this actually look like? It looks like listening to him, being emotionally supportive, but not tolerating hot and cold behavior. It means you're kind, but you still walk away when your needs aren't being met. It means that when he pulls back, you don't chase, you observe. And you protect your energy instead of begging for attention. This isn't about being reactive. It's about being rooted. It's the difference between saying, "I want to understand you," and "I will not abandon myself to keep you close." And when you communicate like that, with warmth and backbone, it activates something very specific in a man. He sees that you're not needy, but you're not guarded either. You're not here to play games, but you're also not here to settle for crumbs. That balance is rare. That energy is unforgettable. Most women lean too far in one direction. Either they give too much and lose themselves, or they protect too much and never truly connect. But the woman who does both, who opens her heart and protects her peace, she becomes the one that got into his soul. So remember, your emotional presence is a gift, but your boundaries are the wrapping that protect it. And the man who's right for you, he won't be scared of your standards. He'll rise to meet them. There is something deeply powerful and almost hypnotic about a woman who lives in her feminine energy. It's not something she performs or something she turns on for attention. It's something she embodies. You can feel it when she walks into a room, There's softness in her presence, but also strength in her stillness. She doesn't chase, she doesn't force, she simply is, and her energy does the work for her. Feminine energy isn't about being passive or overly sweet. It's not about shrinking yourself to make space for him. It's actually the opposite. It's about being so deeply rooted in your own emotional world, your own creativity, your own intuition, that you become magnetic without even trying. This is the energy that draws a man in and keeps him intrigued. It's the quiet confidence in how you move, the ease in your laughter, the warmth in your eyes, the way you allow life to flow without needing to control every detail. It's the art of receiving, not because you can't give, but because you know your worth and you allow others to show up for you. When a woman is in her feminine, she's not chasing validation, she's radiating self-trust. She's not overanalyzing or strategizing every text. She's letting the connection unfold naturally. She doesn't interrupt silence with insecurity. She lets it breathe. She leans back and observes. She creates space, and in that space, a man finds himself drawn to her. Why? Because that space makes him feel something. It gives him room to step forward, to lead, to pursue, to show up. And when he does, her feminine energy meets him with openness, not with walls, but with grace. Most people underestimate how rare this is. So many women are stuck in doing mode, achieving, proving, pushing. And while those qualities have their place, constant masculine energy in romantic relationships creates imbalance. Men don't fall in love through logic. They fall through feeling. And feminine energy feels different. It soothes. It excites. It awakens a man's desire to protect, to provide, to be present. Not because you need him to, but because your energy invites it. This doesn't mean you can't be ambitious or assertive. True feminine energy isn't weak. It's deeply powerful. It's the kind of power that doesn't need to fight for attention, because attention naturally gravitates toward it. It's the power that comes from stillness, intuition, softness, emotion, and deep inner knowing. Even in conflict, a woman in her feminine doesn't explode to be heard. She expresses herself with calm honesty and emotional clarity. Her presence speaks louder than her volume. Her boundaries are soft on the outside, but firm underneath, like velvet over steel. And that contrast, it stays with a man. The truth is, when a man experiences a woman in her true feminine essence, not a performance, not manipulation, but grounded, radiant presence, he remembers her. She becomes the calm in his chaos, the light he didn't know he needed. And he feels drawn to her, because her energy does something to him he can't explain. So if you want to be unforgettable, lean into your softness without losing your strength. Let yourself feel, let yourself receive, and most importantly, let yourself be. Because the feminine isn't something you try to be, it's something you return to. And when you do, he won't just notice, he'll feel it in his bones. The last behavior, and arguably the most powerful, is creating an authentic connection that lasts. In a world full of surface-level conversations, fleeting moments, and instant gratification, authenticity is what truly sets you apart. It's what turns casual interest into something deep, something meaningful, something that keeps him coming back, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Authentic connection isn't about impressing him with your stories, your achievements, or even your looks. It's about being real, showing up with your true self, your vulnerabilities, your quirks, your dreams. It's about letting him see beyond the surface and inviting him into your inner world, without masks or filters. And when a man feels that kind of honesty, it sparks something rare. Trust. Trust is the foundation of addiction, not the kind that drains you or feels like obsession, but the kind that pulls two people closer in a healthy, magnetic way. When you connect authentically, you create a space where he can be himself too, without judgment, without pressure. And that kind of acceptance is like oxygen. It breathes life into your connection and makes it sustainable. This means being willing to show your imperfections, to share your fears and hopes, to laugh at your mistakes, and cry when it feels right. Authenticity invites intimacy, and intimacy builds emotional dependency in the best possible way, where both of you feel valued, understood, and deeply seen. But there's a catch. This kind of connection can't be rushed. It grows over time. with patience and consistency. It requires presence, really listening when he talks, remembering what matters to him, celebrating his wins, and supporting him in challenges. It's about building rituals, small moments of shared joy or comfort that create a tapestry of emotional memories. Men are wired to crave this kind of connection, even if they don't always know how to ask for it. When you provide it, you become irreplaceable. You're no longer just the girl he likes. You're the woman who holds his heart. And here's why this behavior is addictive. When someone feels truly connected to you, they don't just want to be around you. They want to build with you. They want to envision a future where you're a part of their life, their plans, their dreams. That's a powerful form of attachment that can't be faked or forced. So how do you cultivate this? It starts with self-awareness, knowing who you are, what you want, and what you're willing to give emotionally. It's about communicating openly, not just surface-level chatter, but meaningful conversations about values, feelings, and goals. It's also about vulnerability, being brave enough to reveal your true self, even when it feels risky. Because when you lower your walls, you create space for real love to enter. Authentic connection is also about balance, giving without losing yourself, listening without losing your voice, caring without losing your boundaries. It's a dance of closeness and space, of sharing and independence. And mastering that dance makes you unforgettable. Remember, the goal isn't to make him addicted to you because of a trick or a secret. It's to build something real that feels good for both of you. When your connection is authentic, addiction isn't a game or a trap. It's a natural outcome of two people choosing each other, day after day, heart after heart. Now that you know the 5 beautiful behaviors that can make him addicted to you, it's time to bring it all together and make it real in your life. This isn't about quick tricks or manipulation. It's about embodying qualities that naturally draw a man in and keep him wanting more, while staying true to yourself. The first step is magnetic confidence. Remember, confidence isn't about perfection or trying to impress. It's about knowing your worth and showing up as your authentic self. So today, start by standing a little taller, making eye contact a little longer, and believing a little more in the value you bring to the table. Confidence is a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. Next is the power of mystery. You don't need to reveal everything at once. Keep parts of your life, your dreams, and your personality reserved just for him to discover over time. This builds intrigue and keeps the emotional connection alive. Start today by holding back one detail you might usually overshare, or by giving a thoughtful but brief answer to a question. Watch how that sparks his curiosity. Then comes emotional availability with boundaries. This one can be challenging because it asks you to be vulnerable but also strong. Practice expressing your feelings honestly, but don't be afraid to say no or step back if something doesn't feel right. Boundaries are your emotional self-care. Protect your energy fiercely. Today, try gently communicating one boundary or standing firm in a decision that honors your peace. Fourth is embracing your feminine energy. This means leaning into your softness, your intuition, and your emotional flow without sacrificing your strength. Let yourself feel fully, receive graciously, and trust your inner knowing. Try it today by slowing down, breathing deeply, and allowing yourself to simply be without the need to fix, control, or push. Finally, focus on building authentic connection. This is where everything comes together. Show up with honesty, listen deeply, and create moments of real emotional exchange. Be brave enough to share your true thoughts and feelings, and make space for him to do the same. Today, have a conversation that goes beyond small talk. Ask a question that invites vulnerability, or share something meaningful about yourself. The magic happens when you combine these behaviors naturally and consistently. It's not about being perfect at all of them. It's about progress and presence. As you embody these qualities, you'll notice a shift in how he sees you and how he responds. Instead of chasing, you'll be the one who's chosen. But remember, this journey is also about loving yourself first. When you value and respect yourself, you send a powerful message that sets the tone for every relationship you have. Addiction isn't about desperation or need. It's about attraction to the woman who stands in her power, lives authentically, and connects deeply. So don't rush it. Take time to practice these behaviors daily, not just with him, but in every part of your life. Confidence grows when you celebrate your wins. Mystery thrives when you nurture your passions. Emotional availability flourishes when you care for your mental and emotional health. Feminine energy blooms when you honor your feelings. Authentic connection deepens when you communicate with intention. Start today. Choose one behavior to focus on and commit to it. Notice how it changes the way you feel about yourself and how it changes the way he shows up for you. At the end of the day, the goal isn't to make someone addicted to you, it's to become a woman so magnetic, so real, so confident that he can't help but be drawn to your light. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you every day, not out of obligation, but out of genuine desire. So here's your invitation. Take these beautiful behaviors, own them, and watch how your relationships transform. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights that empower your love life. Share your thoughts below. Which behavior will you start with today? I can't wait to hear your stories. Remember, your journey to becoming irresistible starts with you. Shine bright and keep shining.